Welcome back to Outback Goldfever. In this video we are going to explore some remote and hard to get to gold spots. I'll also take you prospecting with me and then we're going relic hunting. Finally something good! It took us about 3 or 4 hours to drive, I don't know, 40 kilometers maybe. It's an old stamper, 4-head stamper. Pretty cool. There's a lot of history in this area. It's actually a 5-head stamper. Maybe we should sweep this out. Langlands Foundry Company Limited, Melbourne. And how did they get all of this out here? How did they transport it? Let's get it up and running. Lunchtime by now. All I found so far is rubbish, but I just picked up my first nugget. It's really rough. Very prickly and reefy. Right there is where the nugget came out of. Awesome. I reckon that's close to 1/2 gram. And now I know that I can slow right down. I'm keen to keep going now. I'll put this away and see if I can get any more targets in this gully. It's all been worked upstream and I expected a bit more rubbish, but haven't had anything for the last 20 meters, which is very good. So maybe somebody else has detected in this area and tried to clean out the rubbish. And there was a very strong wet season last year, so quite a bit of water would have flushed a few rocks around in this gully here and maybe exposed more targets. I already started digging this hole here. Now that I dug it a bit deeper, it's a definite signal. It was only a little murmur from the start. That's just a rust nugget. Unreal. Don't know how he made it, but he did. It's a very steep sandy climb here. That was lucky. And we can't get back to the main road because somebody's walking around lighting fires. And that was pretty close down there. So we'll just have to wait a few minutes until it's burned across the road or it's stopped there. And then hopefully we'll be able to get through there. That's just crazy. Burning all around. It is so dangerous. We are just lucky that we could turn around in that creek down at the bottom there. Little whirly wind spreading the hot ashes around. Yeah, all random there. I reckon. I already parked the bike in a shady spot on the burnt ground. A few fires came through in the last few days and burned quite a bit of country. Some of the fires are still going, but today I'm a long way away from them. We already had a few close incidents with the fires, and those situations can turn into a dangerous one quite quickly. So today I'm in a safe spot. It's been burned already. It's quite hot in those gullies. There's not much of a breeze down at the bottom. The country is quite steep, the hills are quite rugged, and it's like an oven when you're down in the gully. So I changed my plan. I'm just detecting the hills today. Up here I'm hoping to maybe come across something that nobody else has detected before. Up on the hills you might have a chance to find a patch which could pay the bills for a year. I'll just detect up along these ridges here. Beautiful view up here, nice breeze, and I'm enjoying myself. Now that it's all burned, it's actually quite good to read the country. Well, I'm trying my best anyway. At least I can see the quartz cropping out here in between the schist. And also I can see in the distance which ridges have got quartz on them and which don't. Beautiful country. Just very rugged, and it's very hot. Had one single target yet. Nothing wrong with the detector or the coil. There are just no targets around, which I'm not used to anymore because I spent the last few days in very trashy and rubbishy areas around the more known workings. I haven't seen any workings out this way, but I had a good look on the geology and the satellite imagery as well. And the geology in this country here is the same as where all the gold mines are. I'm absolutely loving it, enjoying the view and the breeze, and the next big nugget could only be one swing away. I've just pulled up here because my road is blocked. Unfortunately, I can't get any further. There's a tree blocking the road. So I just parked the car in the shade and had some lunch. It looks like people would have camped here before. Have a look at all this. It's all broken glass. Looks like this hill was their little dump. Heaps of tin and more glass. Back in the day there were thousands of people camping up on these hills and flats. No intact bottles so far. They're all smashed. West Australian glass manufacturers. Okay, I've got one intact bottle, and it says this bottle always remains the property of Tom Williams. Nice little bottle. I'll keep that. It looks like the Equinox might have found something good. Check it out. I haven't touched it yet, but I can see a rim here And it looks like a coin. Let's have a look what this is. 1 halfpenny, 1917. Commonwealth of Australia. I found a coin! How awesome! Really, really cool. Finally something good. 1 halfpenny from 1917. That's a coin out of the middle of the gold rush here. How cool. And there was so much rubbish around. I've got my pockets full of rubbish, you wouldn't believe it. I dug so many targets today. I dropped the coin. I found so many targets, but this one here is finally something good. And have been out here for almost 6 hours now. And now I've got a halfpenny. I was almost gonna go back to the car and call it a day, but after this find here, I'll persist a bit longer and see if I can unearth some other interesting targets. So that Australian halfpenny, it rings in as a 2021 on the Equinox 800 here. Been a few interesting days with a lot of adventure. For some reason it never gets boring, which is good. Now I'm gonna have a closer look at the finds, which include 1 nugget, the bottle and the coin. I had a quick look online and it actually says Clinton Williams on this bottle, not Tom Williams like I thought. And this bottle was used for hair oil. I really assumed it was going to be a medicine bottle, but this one here is actually for hair oil, which is a bit surprising, because back in the day where they didn't have much, one person actually took out a bottle of hair oil. The 1917 halfpenny that I found was minted 5.7 million times, and it consists of 97% copper. I'm really excited about the coin because I don't find all that many. Usually I don't even go looking for coins. Now that I'm starting to find a coin or two, I might even get the Equinox out a little bit more often. Lucky I found 1 little nugget this trip. Otherwise it would have been a bit sad without any gold. 0.3 of a gram. That's a nice prickly piece. Maybe one day we'll return to that spot. 0.3 of a gram, really not overly big, I'm not getting too excited about it, but it's another waypoint on my map where I know that there is gold there, and it was only a short detecting time there because we had a long drive out of that spot. Since it's so rough, I'm not sure if we are going to return to that spot in the near future, but I'm sure at some stage this waypoint will come in handy and then I know where to start looking again. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Check if you're a subscriber, and then hopefully I'm gonna see you guys next week.